John, how much will the players benefit from this tournament? The way things have been rejigged now, so the next gen has gone, new formats in place. How do you think this will improve the players?
I think just the standard, the opposition you come up against, the preparation and the detail that goes into preparing for a Champions League game. I think that's a big part. In the past, when I was a young player, it's something I would love to have had. You turned up and the first experience you had of European football was at first team level, where it's pretty much sink or swim. So, it's good preparation wise to develop our players. It's a great tool to have, and we're very much delighted to be part of that.
So do you think it will give them a better grounding for hopefully progressing to play with the first team in Europe?
Yeah, we think so. That's the idea behind it. The opportunity to play against the best, test yourself against the best, and then the opportunity thereafter to go and watch your first team, first hand, and see how they do it. So, it's a great thing that they've put in place. We're delighted to be part of it, as it says, and hopefully we can do well in the competition as hopefully the first team can.
Cast your mind back to when you were playing Champions League football. What are your memories of those runs, and those big games when it came up against the likes of Milan?
I think it was just the whole experience. It's something very special, especially when you're at home and you have a 60,000 capacity crowd behind you. The atmosphere's certainly one that you savour, and it certainly gives you a big lift. But going away from home, it's very difficult. I think all teams find that going away from home in Europe's a difficult thing to do, and you have to just go there, be organised, be disciplined, and hopefully create one or two chances. And that's pretty much the game plan the managers had in the past, and I think that'll stay pretty much the same. And I think with Celtic in the past, we pretty much rely on your home form. So we'll try and replicate that to an extent with our younger players. Because I think it's important that we try and prepare them as best we can to, if they did get the call to play in the next Champions League game for the first team, they'd be, as prepared as can be. So, we'll prepare them as best we can, as does the first team.
You mentioned that home form. You were part of the Celtic side that beat Milan at Celtic Park. How important is that home form for the team this year, and can they replicate that kind of result this time around?
I think it's massive. I think the manager, did a remarkable job last year. Qualifying out the group he had. I think this year will be, a bigger achievement again if he manages that. And I think the fact we're in the Champions League is a massive thing for the club. And all credit to the first team, the players and the staff for getting us there. And we're delighted to then get the fallout of that, the fact that we get the opportunity to play. But I think home form's crucial. It's something that probably can make a break in the Champions League. If you can pick up points at home and then pick up the occasional point away, you've got a good chance of qualifying. But as I said, I think we're in a good place. The club, a few turnaround of players, lost a few big players. We're still in the Champions League. And if we do qualify and we do well, fantastic. If not, then I think Neil and his staff's done a fantastic job to be sitting in this position, preparing for these games as it is.
How would you mark Mario Balotelli?
How would I mark him? You have to try and upset him, wouldn't you? Because he's one of the players that on his night he's a handful for anyone. But I'm pretty sure the manager will have a plan in place to deal with not just Balotelli, the whole of Milan side, because they're full of top players.
On a serious note, are players who are perhaps a little bit more emotional, volatile, can that be exploited if you're a defender?
I think it has been in the past, but I think it's important you don't get too caught up in trying to upset someone else. You have to remember that you've got a job to do in the team. For all you could get dragged into a one-on-one war with a player to upset him, and all of a sudden you forget about the job you've got in the team. So I think it's important players stick to their jobs. Whatever the manager asks them to carry out, they go and do that to the best of their ability. And as I say, if you can stop Milan playing and hopefully nick a chance or two, then you might just get a result.
John, you mentioned the home form when you were playing was such a big thing, and you probably went into games against Milan thinking you could easily get a win, or not easily, but you could get a win. Because the fact that Celtic did well away from home last season gave them belief this season that they can go to these big places and get results.
I think so. I think obviously the confidence has improved regarding away form. There's a period where there was a big who do the away form, can't win, can't pick up a point, everything else. But the manager certainly did really well in away games. Been a little bit unfortunate with some, so hopefully the team can take confidence from that. Going into games, and it's not all about taking the game to opposition when you go away for home in the Champions League. That's the big thing. You can't go and pretty much open up and allow top teams to pick holes in you. So the most important thing is that you're organised, and everybody in the team knows their roles, and then hopefully you can get a couple of chances, and one of your players can be there ready to take it.
Is it easier for Celtic given Milan probably favourites for this game?
think sometimes it does help. I agree with you. I think sometimes that being the underdog, you slightly less pressure, But I think there'll be a hell of a lot of people around the world looking at the game and pretty much thinking, Milan will come out with a win, But I know how, Neil works. I know how his staff work, and I think that will suit them, because then hopefully you can just come, kind of from off the radar and hopefully nick a result. But it'll be a big ask to go to the San Siro and get a result. But you never know. On the night, if you do the business, you might just get something.
Is this a stronger Celtic team than the one last year, do you think?
I think it's a team in transition. I think we've lost big players with Victor and obviously Gary, big loss to the team. Obviously a lot of goals. The manager's brought on a couple of new signings who are maybe still settling in. So you never know. These are the games. If they get the opportunity, then you'll certainly see what they're all about. So the manager's got full faith in the players he's brought in to replace the players that have left. So hopefully they can gel pretty quickly and we can pick up a few results.